Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. All right. And the new moon started today, Monday sundown to Tuesday sundown. So Shabbat Shalom. It was a double Shabbat. All right. Once again, Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Now, before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim, Great Millstone, pushing his truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Ball, and Kwame Ashala. Okay, and the title of this video would be "History Proves the Validity of the Bible," or in that effect. In that effect. Okay. All right, and this is a little glimpse at it. Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2 with another history, archaeological fact. Okay, proving the scriptures. All right, so what we saying, it can be proven. All right, these prophecies we going into. That's why the scriptures say you shall have an unction from the Holy One, and you shall know all things. Okay. Like these prophecies, everything we're seeing, the true, and Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, but the true men of the Lord, they're not going to be confounded. Everything they're going to say can be proven. They're not going to be adding or taking away. They're not going to be speaking presumptuously. Everything they're going to say is going to be biblical fact, okay? And it's going to match up with actual history, because the Bible is a book of history as well. Okay. And the same is, we got the same history as Esau, the so-called white man. But Esau, the so-called white man. He's only telling part of the truth of the history. Okay. And as men of the Lord, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, we're totally just bringing out the truth. The rivers of living water. This truth is it has consumed the whole earth. Everybody knows about, Hebrew Israelites. The name Yahweh Shemal Shah. The name of Yahweh Shemal Shah has flooded the whole earth. Okay? So it's it's no excuse. That's why this destruction come. The gospel shall be preached throughout all the earth. Then shall the end come. But starting off with this article, it says not articles. It says from Babylon to Timbuktu. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state. There's no such thing as Jewish. It's talking about the Jews. Okay? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right? Because Judah, Benjamin, and Levi was under the ancient Roman Empire. Okay? Was in captivity, oppression. All right? We was vassal states. Okay? Paying tribute to the Romans. Okay? So it says, with great slaughter during the period of the military governors of Palestine. All right. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius. It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. All right. The land of Ham, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. Okay. The slave markets were full of black Jews, slaves, right? And that's biblical. That's biblical. All right? That's biblical. Before I get Revelation 12, we're going to get Jeremiah 17. Okay? This Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in thy land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire and mine anger which shall burn forever. All right? And this, the Lord cast away his people. the Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans, the true 12 tribes of Israel. He cast them away because we wasn't keeping that covenant that we made with the Lord, point blank. You know? All right? The Lord cast away his people. He's not worrying about you other nations, Esau. You know, so your lies is not working anymore. That's why you gotta, he knows that he have but a short time. He like, oh shit, my lies, you know, you're exposed like a motherfucker, you know? You're exposed like a motherfucker. You know? See, Esau, the so-called white man, you know, he's a sore loser. You know? He's the type to you know, to lose. He's the type to be like double or nothing. You know, he's the type to go to a park and try to do a park takeover and bet all his damn money, you know, and lose all his money. And then try to fight over his money and then lose the fight. That's how Esau, the so-called white man, is. A sore loser. You know, you just going out sad. You taking L's. L after L after L. Okay? That's why he's about to come with that great wrath. You know? He can't do nothing to stop this truth. All right? You know, and the things that the Lord is going to allow Esau to do, it's prophecy. It got to be fulfilled. Okay? So this devil has no power at all. You know? And that's the beauty of this truth. You learn that, okay? You learn that your enemies have no power. Okay? The Lord has raised Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Okay? It's like it. But we're going to speed through this. This Revelation 12:1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. All right? And Revelation, the 12th chapter, is going into the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? This is a history chapter. So it say, and she being with child cried, traveling in birth and pain to be delivered, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, all right, that ancient Roman Empire, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and that's going into the southern kingdom, all right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And it says, and did cast them to the earth. Right. You know, we was subjugated under the ancient Roman Empire. All right. Who did they have in captivity? Who did they have in oppression? You know, we had to pay tribute to the ancient Roman Empire. All right. We had to pay taxes. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Our great king, the Messiah, okay, Yahushua HaMashiach, all right, he was born under that ancient Roman Empire rulership, that great red dragon, this damn devil, okay, you know. So it says, and did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child. And that's going into Herod the Great, you know, trying to, he was killing all the firstborn sons, trying to kill the Messiah, trying to kill Yahushua HaMashiach when he was a baby, okay, for to devour her child as soon as it was born, okay. So that was going into Herod trying to kill Yahushua, our Lord, when he was just being born, okay. And she brought forth a man-child, that's Yahushua, the Messiah, and who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. Yeah, you know, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You know, our Lord, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, you know, which he's a so-called black man, he's going to crack those clouds. He's going to take all you other nations down, okay? He's going to take you down. And it says, and her child was caught up unto Yahweh, to his throne. Right, you know, after the Lord rose up after those 3 days, okay, after his crucifixion, you know, he was caught up in the air. All right, and he's coming back the same way Yahushua left the earth in a so-called UFO. He's going to return back in the so-called UFO. Okay. So it says, and the woman fled into the wilderness. That wilderness is Africa. Okay. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay. That southern kingdom, those Jews, that 1 million Jews, they fled into the wilderness. They fled into Africa. Different parts of Africa, where she hath a place prepared of Yahweh. Okay. And that place prepared is America. That's why we was brought up. It was already prophesied for us to come to America on slave ships, for the Jews to come on slave ships to America. That was prophecy written in the Bible. That they should feed her there 1,203 score days. All right. That they should feed her there 1,203 score days. Okay. All right. And that's the same as those 40 and 2 months. All right. Okay. And that's just the time period from the rise of Babylon the Great, America, okay, to the fall of it. How long we've been in captivity under America. All right. How long you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans been captives, slaves under America. All right. That time is up. That time is almost up. The Lord is about to free his people, the elect of his people. Okay. And there was war in heaven. That's talking about World War III. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. All right. That dragon represents this reincarnated ancient Roman Empire. All right. New Rome. All right. Which is Babylon the Great, that great whore that sits on top of NATO and the EU. All right, NATO and the EU, and America, which sits on top, make up this dragon. Okay. So the Lord, that's why you got the Space Force and whatnot. Esau, the so-called white man, he's going to try to fight the so-called aliens or the so-called UFOs. No, those are angels. That's the vehicles of the Lord and the angels. Okay. So there's going to be a war in heaven, all right? That's that war is talking about. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. All right? And prevailed not, neither was there a place found anymore in heaven. All right? So, yeah, Esau, your fighter jets, your airplanes, helicopters and all that, not going to stand a chance. They're going to get their ass tore up out the frame. And it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. Right. And that's what Esau, the so-called white man, has done. Deceived the whole world. Through his lies. Rape, robbing, murdering the whole earth. Pillaging the whole earth. Taking that which is not his. Covering up history. Right. Rewriting his version of history. All right. And it says... he was cast out into the earth. His angels was cast out with him. Right. Esau, all of your armies and things like that is going to be destroyed in World War III. All right. And when you fight the Lord and the angels and those so-called UFOs, y'all going to lose. And you're going into slavery. The residue of you is going into slavery. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of Yahweh and the power of his Hamashiach Yahushua, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, and the accuser of our brethren is the so-called white man. He put pork in everything, so you Jews, you real Jews, all right, you so-called Negroes, all right, Jamaicans and Haitians, hell, the whole 12 tribes chart. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay? He purposely gets you to break the commandments of the Bible to keep you further away from Yahweh Shema Shah. He's a devil. He knows who we are. Okay? Judah, the 5th chapter, 20 and 21 goes into that. 21 and 22 goes into that. Okay. which accused them before our power day and night. All right, that's it on that. Okay. And Lord willing, it was edifying. Just wanted to hit those quick points. Lord willing, it was edifying. Want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Harakak Wadash. Double honors to my elder apostles, Great Millstone, rule and teach well. And honors and salutations to the Akamah Great Millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners in these last days. Abal, Kwam Yashala.